Alright, what's up, my friends? Welcome! 10 New Brews, 5 historic decks, 5 modern decks, the Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, crossover set, modern set, and we're doing some new brews here. And this one is based around Rise of the Witch King. Before we start, I want to remind you, of course, take a half a second and like the video. It helps out a ton. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and check out the other brews. Obviously, we have 5 historic brews and 5 modern brews. Bronze, I'm just started for this set. Set review's already up for this set also. You can check that out, and let's rock and roll. So, Rise of the Witch King is a 4-mana green sorcery, green-black sorcery. Each player sacks a creature, and then if you sacrifice a creature like this, you return any other permanent from your graveyard to your hand. That's a pretty powerful spell. So we have an Edict, a sack, and then a Reanimate. What's the best thing to reanimate? Probably Archon of Cruelty. Honestly, this card's pretty insane. And also castable in this deck, which we'll get to in a second. So we're playing sort of a tokeny, kind of make some tokens, do some sacking kind of deck here. Bowmasters, of course, great card. It's Raise the Alarm. Aside from being a good card, it just makes fodder. So we can sacrifice stuff to our, our Priest of Forgotten Gods, so on and so forth. We've got Tyvar for a little haste. We've got Grist to make some tokens also. Graveyard, Wayfinder, Citrus Supplier. Get those cards in there for the Archon. Smuggler's Copter, a card I think is a little underplayed, honestly, in Modern. Card's pretty great. Halfling Seer is our mana creature of choice, making our Tyvars and Grists uncounterable, as well as not dying to Ren, which is great. And then Priest makes a lot of black mana. I can potentially just cast Archon of Cruelty also. It's pretty sweet. So, a lot of new cards in this deck. This deck has a full 12 new cards in it, which is pretty insane. And Sideboard has some Thoughtseize, some Fatal Pushes, some Force of Vigors to get the idea, and Chalice the Void. So, that's the deck, and let's get right to the games, brought to you by bcwsupplies.com. BCW Supplies, of course, best gear out there, not even close, and it's the gear I use on my Cube, on my Pro Tour decks, on my draft decks. Basically, everything I use is in my BCW stuff. And binders, card sorting trays, you name it, they got it. bcwsupplies.com. Promo code GM10 for 10% off your order on bcwsupplies.com. Man, no one drops, huh? We're on the draw. Opponent mulligans to 6. I mean, this hand's pretty damn fair, but opponent's on 6. I'm just going to keep, I think. Really begrudgingly keep is pretty bad hand. Hand sucks, keep. We got Swamp, go. Damn. 1 drop? Verdant Catacombs. Alright, play Catacombs, they go. Turn to probably Copter, honestly. Let me fire up Wayfinder, do a little looty action. Try and get this hand fixed up. Demolition Fields. We have like the Cabal Coffers, like Field of Ruin deck? Okay. My deck has only 2 basics. It's not ideal. Bowmasters is pretty good. It's not the end-all, be-all or anything, but it's a pretty good card. Where were you last turn, friend? Here's Smuggler's Copter. Nice Fatal Push. Next turn we have Wayfinder and Supplier. Get that graveyard going. Cling to Dust. You got it. Field of Ruin, sure. Let the fielding commence. We got plenty of land, so... Alright, we're going to fire up a Satyr Wayfinder, I suppose. Probably going to get fielded and Fatal Pushed here. I think that's fine, though. Wow. It's going to give me a free mana? Sick. Alright, so... They're going to field me in response to Satyr Wayfinder, which makes actual 0 sense, because I might have milled over one of my basics. It's just, like, insane, but sure. Couldn't imagine a worse time to do that. Here's a Swamp. Here's a Wayfinder. We're playing Tyvar, yes. All deck lists will be in my article, and god damn it. Here's our other basic. It's a bit frustrating. Alright, well, now their Field of Ruins are strip mines. It sucks. But... And they probably have push here. But I think that's fine. We can cast the Priest now, so... Let's crew an attack, or try to at least. Are we in? Oh, we're in. We're in like Flynn or whatever. Draw. Rise of the Witch King. That's a good start. Alright, we're looking for our Archon of Cruelty now. We're going to discard... I think the Peterland. And then we're going to play Forest Priest of Forgotten Gods. Make them deal with my stuff. I might want to keep the lands, actually. I'm going to discard Priest. I want to keep my lands, because they're going to be fielding me over and over again, so deal 3. Then we're going to go the Forest They Know About, and we're going to play a Priest of Forgotten Gods. Say go. Next turn we can Supplier. I guess we can't Supplier and Rise, but make them deal with this. Makes mana also, so black, gonna field me again. So sick we hit the 1. It's so sick that they, like, played their field horribly, and they waited to not let their Wayfinder resolve, and then we still hit our 1 basic. This is freaking gross, but alright, so no lands left. And you can block Coffers, sure. Just gross, but alright, so untap. We're gonna play Supplier.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
Okay. And the F6 too. Oh my god, we're in. Milver and Archon too. Alright, so it's Kruvis. Oh yeah. Oh, it's on, folks. Oh, who's ready? Who is ready for this? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. We do want to do it now, right? Just get the Archon in play now. Fetch, shock, sack, make black, rise. I guess we gotta sacrifice a bunch of things too. Maybe I actually wait. Wait till they have something in play also. Yeah, let's just say go. Play Catacombs, have Bowmaster up and say go. Because if I do it now and they just have like a Damnation or a way to kill it or whatever, it's not even that good. I only have 1 minute to get it back anyway, so just play land, say go. I have Priest Sack up. I've got Bowmaster up. I'm also just killing them. They're also at 13, so double Cabal Coffers. That does not make any extra mana. It's just 5 mana total. They have Damnation. Am I super smart? Am I super smart? Invoke Despair. Oh my god, it's a massacre. Alright, sure. You know what card's getting against Invoke Despair? Freaking Orcish Bowmasters. There you go. Go get him, buddy.
The time of the Orc has come.
Nuggia. And make a token. We're going to sack the token to the Invoke Despair. And then we're going to get another token. Nuggia. Nuggia, you are so dead, my friend. I'm actually going to... Should I Priest in between here? So, make a token. And then I Priest sacking both of these and get another token. I have black. I can't use it. I draw a card and they lose 2. I don't think so. Oh yeah, sorry. This is deck the breed. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Don't even need Archon to win. Yeah, right? They're just dead. Here's Tyvar, too. Bowmaster, ding. Yeah, you're at 8. They're just dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so untap. And Supplier. I guess we're going to do it. Just kill them, but... Like, we already discarded the Archon. It's pretty obvious what we're doing at this point, so... Whatever, let's do it. The Rise of the Witch King.
Black Riders! Black Riders! Black Riders!
There it is. Let's sacrifice this thing. And then get back our Archon of Cruelty. And then Nuggia. Takia. Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet. So they're mono black, like Cabal Coffers stuff. Do we want... I don't think these Bone Shards are bad. I want some Thoughtseizes, I think, honestly. Take out the Bone Shards. Honestly, the Priests don't seem great against them either. Let's bring 4 Thoughtseize, I think. 4 Thoughtseize, cut the Priests. Wayfinder. Maybe I should have a Copter, actually. Let's leave the Priests. Let's leave 3 Priests and 2 Copters. Because they obviously have like pushes and stuff too. So let's try this. All right, let's go. Opponent's on 7 cards. Our hand is... It's fine, honestly. We have Thoughtseize, Supplier, Tyvar. Decent lands. Mostly important getting Castle Locthwain, so keep this.
Somebody's playing a prank on
Sure.
me.
Fine. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Delighted Halfling. Sure. That's pretty dope, actually. Just gonna fetch Shock. Alright, let's go. Gotta keep our basics in our decks. They have 1,000 Field of Ruins, so here's Delighted Halfling. So there you go.
What about second breakfast?
Leona Sanctity. We only have 4 Thoughtseize. There was weren't even in our main deck, so like this is like I don't think it does much, but sure. Black and a colorless for it's a Profane Tutor, maybe? That card's good. I like Profane Tutor. That card's underplayed, I think. Alright, so we get to play Castle and play Tyvar. Then I can't untap and play Supplier, unfortunately, but it's fine, I guess. Maybe they have Bowmaster and they just can't kill this because we're smart and played a 1-2. Sure. Let's go lands. Tyvar. We'll just untap the Halfling. So they have their own Tyvar. They have a Bowmaster who can block it. So up to 4. No attacks. There you go. I'm feeling Bowmaster here. No? Okay, sure. If you're listening in, folks, this is 10 New Brews. Lord of the Rings. New set. I build 10 new standard decks for a new set, but this is obviously a modern set. We did 5 historic decks and 5 modern decks. This is deck number 3 of our 5 modern decks. Deck number 8 total. Chambers reset. Thanks so much. Month number 2 months more month. Thank you. You're great. Gonna say go here. So we're gonna play a Stitch Supplier. Oh, Wayfinder's even better. Is it better? Yeah, it's better. Play Wayfinder. And we mill Grist, Priest, Rise of the Witch King. Damn, that's pretty good. Alright, so put that in our hand. Yeah, I'm going to shock it in, sure. Shock this in. Oops. Play a Supplier. Milling over a Copter, a Tyvar. So we have a Priest we can get back, but nothing really to do with it yet. Does Priest target? Priest does target, so I guess this does turn off Priest. So I guess we're just attacking for 1. I'm just going to untap it. It's a little better than I thought it was. Doesn't stop our Archon plan, though. God, I'm dying over here. Jeez. I'm good. Alright, so just untap that and just say go. Their mana base is horrendous right now. This doesn't even have for mana. They can't even field me, so... I should have held this. That was wrong. Urza's Factory? What year is it? Who wants to hear a fun story about Urza's Factory? Raise your hand in chat. If I see enough hands, I'll tell a fun Urza's Factory story. I'll wait for our opponent here. Alright, untap. And... Priest. It's funny we can just target ourselves, but... Alright, it's kind of gross, so I want a castle before they kill a demolition field. But can't take that much damage, yada yada yada. Alright, so let's play sure, so much damage. So, the World Championships in 2006. That was my first year on the Pro Tour. I played every Pro Tour that year. And back then, Worlds was like a Pro Tour, basically. It was like the end of the year Pro Tour. There was other worldsy things about it, but it was pretty easy to qualify for. Like, I mean, easy relative to how it is now. And And my buddy Jay was qualified for the Pro Tour also, for Worlds. And so me and Jay go to Paris. We go to play in the Pro Tour. And respond by drawing a card, as our plan was. And Jay's playing some, like, this is like, you know, standard back in 2006. Jay's playing some random, you know, black-white control deck or whatever. And Jay's playing 2 copies of Urza's Factory in his black-white control deck as like a mana sink later in the game, yada, 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 whatever. So we're at the players' meeting, sitting down, and we have our deck list out, you know, ready to go sit down and submit our decks and stuff. And you didn't vote to spare me, really? Sure. Man, that's... I can cast this, actually. Hold on. I can use the Priest on myself. Sack 2 creatures. I'd have to lose all 3 of my creatures. But then I can resolve... But I can't target them with Bowmasters either. Oh, wow. It's actually really annoying for us. Invoke Despair. Kills this. It kills this and this. Sure. That's fine, I guess. Alright, whatever. Sure. So. Kill this. Kill this. Draw a card. So, we're in the players' meeting, and I'm like, let me see your list, man. Let me check it for you. He's like, it's fine, man. I'm like, let me see it. So I look at it, and good old Jay, on his deck list at the World Championship in 2006, wrote Urza's Tower on his deck list. 2 Urza's Tower instead of Urza's Factory. And almost ended up having to play Urza's Tower in the Pro Tour, but luckily I caught it, and he did not have to play 2 Urza's Tower in his black-white control deck. So... Alright, we just drew Besage. We're going to kill this. Giving them a Swamp's pretty bad, but I mean, we can Thoughtseize them and then Bowmaster them, and then also Priest too, so... Alright, so... Let's go land. We're at 7? Holy shit, we're at 7? Jesus. We're going to die this game, I think, but whatever. Let's Besage you. Let's Thoughtseize. Whoa, get the subs. Who was that? Thanks, Gav. Appreciate it. Polydar Brewers is going to be this Sunday. Take the Invoke Despair, I guess. Their hand is Wretch, Shadow, Karn. Alright. I guess we're going to attack for 3 and then Bowmaster them. We have not found an Archon yet. We have not, no. Thinking Karn for a... I'm actually... I gotta practice now, I guess, because they have the Shadow of Doubt, so... Go to 4, get our Forests. There you go. Shadow of Doubt. Without a shadow. Alright, make 4 mana. That will be on my article, coolstuffinc.com, this Friday and next Friday. Here comes March of Wretched Sorrow. Deal 2, gain 2. It's dead. We're like astonishingly close to casting Archon. It's kind of funny. Here's 4 mana. Here's a Karn. So they're playing a Naked Karn. They're going to go for a card outside the game, too. I guess if we get like a Worm Coil here, we're in trouble, right? Cityscape Leveler. Sure. Shoot this. Untap. Draw. Rise of the Witch King. What do we got in there? Not a single copy of Archon in half our deck. We could get back any other permanent we want. We have no current way to mill either. 16. They have Leveler. This taps for 4. They currently have 7 mana. If they find a land, they have infinite mana to cast the Leveler. It's got Trample too. Yeah, I gotta hold this and wait, I think. So we're gonna play a land. Just gonna attack with everything. Let's kill Karn. And attack them. And just let go, I guess. If we draw Archon, we're 1 mana from casting it. And if we find a way to mill it, that'd be ideal. They have the land, so now they can go Leveler. The problem is they can just like unearth the Leveler and kill us, which is pretty bad for us. So I think we're screwed this game. No? Not gonna cast it? Damn. Alright, sure. Go to 3. Oh yeah, duh. I knew I had that. I guess I get to take them for 1, but that's my bad. Sorry. Alright, so now we're not casting Archon. I'd rather them do that than Leveler, you know? So it's fine. 5 mana. We got a March also. This is a sloppy game. March for 4, targeting Bowmasters. Sure. So they do that. Take for 1. No search. And more? And Sheoldred's Edict. Sacrifice a creature token. You got me. 2 cards left. 1's Leveler. We untap and we draw a... No! Alright, that's a problem. Alright, don't have any ways to discard this. Just our Copters mostly. Planning on milling it for the most part. Yeah, the Leyline was much better than I thought it was. I'm dumb. They're smart.
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
They gonna field me again? Oh, God. No! Archon of Cruelty. No. That's 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We can, like... We can't beat the Leveler out of the graveyard, unfortunately. So they kill this. We can, like, rise back like a Tyvar and then get back something else. But, like, they just kill us with the Unearth. Relic, too? Come on. Yep. Alright. Got it. Sure. It's gone. Alright. Right? Yeah, they just unearth and kill it. Sure, that's fine. Alright. Tough game 2 there. This tough one. Leyline was pretty good, actually, so... Is there a rogue on Force of Vigor? I don't think so. I'll just Copter back in, though. I'm ashamed of the Priest. Priest is bad against Leyline, so... I think this is fine. I mean, Leyline is only good against... Oh, it stops the Archon, too. The Archon was each opponent. Okay, so it stops the Archon, the Priest. It sort of stops Bowmasters. I don't know. It doesn't do that much. Like, Chalice. This is fine. Whatever. Get Grist to kill. If we kill the Cityscape, it's unearth it and kill us, so... Alright, so... Well, if they don't have a Leyline, this hand's awesome. And if they do, this hand's unplayable. Alright, I'll keep. Alright, we're good. Alright, so... Land... Pretty sure we halfling. Like to draw land this turn. Land and go Priest plus Thoughtseize. Damn. Alright. Sure. Alright, Thoughtseize, yeah. Night's Whisper, Damnation, and a bunch of lands, including 2 Field of Ruins. Sure. Take Night's Whisper. And I guess attack for 1. Good old damnation. There's Cabal Coffers. Untap and draw a Verdant Catacombs. Love it. Just gonna leave us in play, I think, as a swamp. And we'll just cast Priest and Halfling. Yeah. We'll Thoughtseize the Wrath next turn. We have double Thoughtseize, so let's go nuts next turn. Then we have Bowmasters, Priest, Cabal Coffers number 2, and a Relic. Sure. So we know every card in their hand. That's so awkward. Alright, sure. Alright. Untap. And Satyr Wayfinder is the draw. Relic's obviously annoying for us. We have to Thoughtseize them. We'll start there. Let's be another hand. So they have 4 lands. We're going to go Wayfinder. Just find any land. And then we have Bowmaster up also. Pendelhaven's Gas. What a land.
Bingo!
Nice 1/1s. Alright, and then we're going to go Swamp Bowmaster. Yes, we attack for 1 here. No crack on the Relic. Demolition build. Why even play Thoughtseize? I don't understand. At least I draw a good card anyway, you know? Alright, well, that's pretty bad. I mean, we have, like, the Priest, I guess. But maybe I shouldn't attack with the Priest, honestly. I didn't plan on them drawing the best possible heater, but... Alright, so let's do this. Here's a Bowmaster. Nugget for 1. Make a thingy. We can start killing the worms. Another Bowmaster. Alrighty then. Let's attack with everything. And we'll sack whatever they block. And the Bowmaster and the army token. Nice, I want to keep my Bowmaster around. So do I actually? Go here, here, here. Is keeping second Bowmaster around matter? I think it does. They have a Relic in play too. Let's do this. Play like this. They're going to block probably a Halfling. And then I'll Pendelhaven. And then I will sacrifice the Halfling and the army to this. Make them lose this. And then we'll draw a card. Have black, black up. And kind of go from there. Yeah, it might have been better to leave the Priest untapped, honestly. I could, like, end-stepped the Priest and then untap and Priest it again. Start working on those worm tokens. They have like infinite mana. Like the Coffers tap for 5 next turns. They have it's 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 mana next turn or something like that. So block the Halfling. We're gonna sacrifice target them. Sacrifice Halfling and army. Make black black. We can hardcast that next turn, I'm pretty sure. Black, black. Alright, so... Pendelhaven. We know their entire hand. I guess we'll just hold the Bowmasters. There's no cast it off this black, black, so... Axe reset, thanks so much. Turn 5 lethal, sick. Shadowfax is nuts, yeah. Alright, so go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not quite there, actually, on casting, hard casting the Archon. Alright, no graveyard, got it. Comes the Lifelinker, sure. Exile Thoughtseize. Bowmaster. Dinkia. Untap. And Dreadbore Pathway. So 4 5s. We have 7 mana. Ugh, we're 1 short of hardcasting the Archon. Alright. Let's just fire up this priest, I think, and start there and see what we draw. Let's sack Wayfinder and Army. Black. Draw Forest. Alright. That's not good with the fields also. That's actually pretty bad for us. Now they can actually stone ring us. God, it sucks. Alright, play this. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana for Archon. That's killer. That was a pretty... We need to draw a spell there pretty bad. We never had to swamp swamps. There's no point in guessing Thoughtseize. Just gonna say go here. Kind of an ugly... if they... I guess they can't cop. They can field us. They can field us next turn. God, it's so gross. Just keep drawing the basics. It's just so disgusting. 4. They're going to field me. It's fine. Get my band. They don't know that I have this, obviously, but they're going to field me again, probably, so. Oh, they're going to spellbomb me and draw a card. Okay. 2 Bowmaster trigger, please. Thank you. Will they crack the relic too? Looks like it. All right, they're just going for it. All right, going phase. Could have put it 1 at the worm, in like anticipation of them doing this, but it's fun. So if they don't field me again, I can cast Archon next turn. If they do field me, I'm sad, basically. Oh god. Do another field too? This is so dumb. Play Karm with 6 mana up. Sure. Just get like a Worm Coil and cast it or something. Probably gonna get the Leveler and kill my thing. Sucks. Alright. Yeah, so now we have 5. Kind of have a killer match, honestly. We're at 10. They're at 8. No.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Alright, we're dead. They're just going to field us twice into two Stone Rains and we're dead. That's tough. That's a tough game. That's a tough match. Alright, they got us. We are defeated. Alright, round 2. On the old mulligans. Sure, sounds good. We keep this. I keep this. I think we dump, so we have turn 1, Supplier, turn 2, Copter. I'm going to dump Tyvar here. I mean, everything else we want, so. Supplier, Copter, we can crew, discard, try and find our good cards, so let's do that. Just going to Overgrown Tomb and see what they're playing, and to go from there, play Supplier, mill some cards. Milled over Supplier, Bowmasters, Catacombs. Grove of the Burn Willows, Hardened Scales. Wow. Okay. We draw a Priest. That's pretty good too, actually. We gotta play the Priest here, I think. Can't have time to play Smaller Scout. We gotta get Priest going immediately, so. Play Priest. Attack for 1, say go. Next turn I can Bowmasters, sack the Supplier and the Bowmasters. And cast Copter too. This card's dope. Hardened Scales number 2. The Ozolith. Oh my god. Well, they are well set up. And a welding jar. That one doesn't matter. All right, so they're well set up here. We are going to draw another Archon, tilt. All right, don't love it. Not gonna lie. Attack for 1. I'm gonna leave the copter up. Let's just say go. It gives me the option to priest if I feel like I desperately have to. Dubs, Hardened Scale, Ozolith, Ancient Stirrings. All right. Orcish Bowmasters, activate priest, play copter. I think I want to keep my material for priest. I don't know. I think holding Bowmaster is fine too. It deals the 1 damage, so I can play like 2 things we can kill. I don't know. I'm not sure. We could have played both, but at the cost of our supplier and the token from Bowmaster, which makes it harder to do it again next turn. So I want to like actively kill a creature with this, I think. So here's a Walking Ballista on 1. Sorry, on 3. Oh my god. Well, this is what I was saying about wanting to. They shoot this for 1. That's fine. So I can crew. That's not even good. If I sack everything, yeah, whatever. This is fine. Sure. I could crew sack everything, but I would just lose everything to kill Ballista, and it's not really worth it. So, all right, we're in trouble. Untap and copter number 2. Lootskis. Wayfinder's good. We like that. All right. All right. It was on black. Say go, I guess. They just like play a lamp but a counter of his ballista. They have a 4 counter ballista, which is pretty nasty against us, but this is definitely the card. Against our small creature deck. Regards an end. Come on, opponent. What do you got? Ballista. Oh my god, what a massacre. Jesus.
Look how they massacred my boy.
I think we're dead. We're going to say go. I mean, you can find a Rise of the Witch King. Like, maybe. You're going to shoot my Wayfinder, sure. Shoot my supplier, sure. Mill over 3 non-Witch Kings. Draw Farst. Man, oh man. I mean, I guess we're just got Bowmaster, right? And just like Bowmaster attack. We can kill one of his ballistas. It's kind of fun. I put a count on the Ozolith, though. That puts a count on the ballistas. Oh, my God. So they let this die. I have a jar, too. Sure, whatever. It's fun. We need to crew anyway, so sure. Eat the jar. Crew a copter. They let it die, though. They put the counters on the Ozolith, and then you get 3 counters on the Ballista the next turn, which is kind of gross too. So, attack with this. Discard an Archon. I guess it's play another Copter. Okay, we're dead. Alright, yeah, we're just mad. It's a massacre. Alright, that sucked. Sure. Yeah, I mean, Force of Vigor, I guess. This is tough. Walking Ballista is just, like, so good against us. You could, like, take out... I guess Bone Shards, like... I don't know. Take out Bone Shards and a Copter, maybe. Try this. This is not really a way to make Walking Ballista non-insane against us, so... It's kind of tough. On the butt. Sure, this is fine. So 1-lander with high halfling and a land. We have a Wayfinder, a Priest also. We have the Witch King, a Copter. It's kind of cool. Gemstone frickin' Caverns. Thanks, Seasoned. Oh, we've been live for, yeah, almost 8 hours. It's been a long time. Here's a halfling. So you go.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Turn 1, Urza Saga. Hardened Scales. Alright, I guess. Opponent's operating on the upper end of their range for sure. We draw Bowmasters. It's Wayfinder for a land. Sure, so Tomb. Tapped. Go. Alright, a 2-2 Glimmer Wasp. And a 2-2 Hangerback Walker. Not as good as last game. You should have like the weaker ones versus us, but Hangerback Walker's busted against my Priest, so... Castle Lockthwain. Alright, so you want to get the Copter going. Oh, we actually milled an Archon. It's gas. Holy shit, actually. Oh my god. I missed it. We milled an Archon. We're good. We did it. Rise of the Witch King. Sack Wayfinder. Get back Archon. They sack Hangerback, I guess. Might sack the Wasp and then modulate the Hangerback and then sack the Hangerback, but didn't even see it. We got the good lucky mill. Rise of the Witch King on the stack. Each player sacrifices a creature, and then if I sacrifice a creature that way, you may return another creature, sorry, a permanent card of your graveyard to the battlefield. Do I have Bring It Down? What is Bring It Down? Oh, like to bring down the Oliphant? I do not know. MTGO rope, yep. The old rope-a-roni. Alright, sacrifice the thing. Use the ability, yes. Get back the Archon. Archon triggers. So, Ozolith gets 2 counters. Module to the thing, it's a 5/5. Sack the thing, get 5 1/1s. And then now they get, the Ozolith gets 5 counters also. Jesus Christ. Alright. I mean, Archon's still good, right? We've got Bowmasters. We can Beseiju the Ozolith also.
You look terrible.
Would it help if I got out and pushed?
It is a gift.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Waka waka!
How's everyone doing out there today? Cue the ads. I'm glad Cease did. Happy to have you. Alright, make a token. F6. Get another Wasp. They have a 9/9 Thopter. Okay. Am I gonna lose this game? Like, we had turn 3 Archon and we're like gonna lose? We're 9? Alright, untap. We draw a Stitcher's Supplier. Like, we can... just start by Archoning, I guess. Let's see what they sacrifice. We have Beseiju also. So if they're trying to go big on the Ozolith, we can just kill it. Sack the Wasp.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, It's about time to be hitting the old dusty trail, I guess. Man, opponent says these stone cold nuts. Alright. Yeah, we're dead. That's fine. Okay. Thanks for playing. Alright, round 3. On the draw, opponent mulligans to 6. Another no 1-drop amp. We're going to keep. Whatever. Give Copter and a Wayfinder, I suppose. And an Archon, too, so. Opponent's on 6. Verdant Catacombs mirror match. So go. Sure. So we're going to. It's just Tomb. This isn't a mine. It's a tomb.
The time of the orc has come.
Alright. Pay 2. Strangleroot Geist is here. Alright, so we're gonna fire up Wayfind. Sorry, we're gonna fire up Smugler's Copter. Let's get a swamp, place a copter. Smuggler's Copter. Grist is pretty good. That's fair. Make a token, mill a catacombs. Alright. I mean, the copter, I guess copter can't kill the grist, but still gets to attack it, which is pretty good, so. Trying a lot of lands here, unfortunately, but we're going to, oh my god, come on. Alright, so we're going to cast Wayfinder. And I guess just Wayfinder, get another land. Crew attack. Mill over a priest for our Tyvar, which is kind of cool. Attack grist, loot, discarding Archon, drawing Archon. Pretty ugly few draws here. Take the damage, play Tomb, say go. Archon's in the bin, so we are set up for our Rise of the Witch King. How do I think of the brews? I just see a card that I want to build around, just build around it, you know? I feel like Modern is much more hostile to brewing than other formats are, though, unfortunately, these days. Similar to how Legacy used to be. Big Convoke, so they Convoke for Yawgmoth here, and they get to do some stuff. Kill my Wayfinder. Probably going to Tyvar, reanimate, try and attack and loot again. I can try and kill their grist. If they have another undying creature, we just lose next turn, but I have all lands in my hand, so. Alright, untap and draw another land. Cool. Tyvar minus for, I guess, priest. See what I mill too, but. Use the ability and get back. Priest takes 2 sacks to kill, so priest, crew, finish off grist. I just want to sacrifice a whole bunch of things. All right, that's not that bad. So, is there any impetus I want to leave a tar card in my hand? I'll leave one in my hand. I think that with one already in the graveyard, I think it's fine. So in for 3, play Pathway, play Supplier. Grist is dead. Of course, the problem is I might also be dead too, but play this, play Supplier, say go. Do they have another undying creature or a cord? Yes, they do. All right, so they get to draw. They have a cord to. Wow, they actually have it all. Man, our opponents today are just popping off. All right, sure, I guess. So they get to cord for a Blood Artist and kill us. All right, I guess. We're not interacting that much, I guess, but. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I feel like we want Thoughtseize against them. I don't even know, honestly. But Bowmasters should be great against them. Priest should be a little less exciting, honestly, because they have things to sack, but still fine. Copter's fine. I wish we run it back, honestly. Is our Grist worth it against them? Agree. Yeah, package. We use better words here. Alright, so let's bring in Thoughtseize. I'm going to cut the Grists and maybe shave like a Copter and like a Bone Shard. Bone Shard's not very good. Let's try this. That will also be in the article on CoolStuffInc.com next Friday. This sounds good. Keep. Sure. Alright. Shock it in. Halfling. Go. Play an ignoble hierarch, please. Shoot that bad boy down. Nope. Alright. Priest tap land, go. Would I rather deal 1 or gain 2? I said deal 1, right? Just get a swamp. Play Priest. Double Bowmaster in hands, pretty good. Kill the small things. Priest the big things. The thing is that Raise the Alarm is just good in this deck. We're just like looking to have fodder creatures anyway, which is kind of the idea. Like the floor of Spark Mage Apprentice plus Raise the Alarm is like totally fine. Stranger Root Geist, sure. So I'm pretty sure we just Bowmaster here. Rise. Alright, so can't sack both armies, unfortunately, but alright. Let's Bowmaster. Start there. Cast Bowmaster, target this. Persist. Now we want to Priest. Just do this, sure. So let's go. Add a mana, Priest them, sack army and halfling. Add black. Draw supplier. Damn, that's a bingo. Alright, so supplier. Milling over Priest, Tyvar, Wayfinder. 2 left over for Bowmaster. I'm just going to cast it. Just going to nug ya. Like, we're doing some cool shit here, you know? We have active Priest. If we get lucky, we can hit an Archon for Rise of the Witch King. Nothing? Okay, untap. Marsh. 2, 4. Huh. They have an Endurance, most likely. That's fine. Just attack with everything, right? So we attack with everything. Endurance is pretty annoying for us, honestly, but sure. Yeah, the floor on Bowmaster is wild. So they cast Endurance. We sacrifice Supplier and the army. Milling over Thoughtseize, Halfling. Make black. Hit another supplier. Can't use the black. Deal 2. Play a new supplier. Mill over. No Archons. Alright, so go. Self-discard with Priest. That's not what this card does. Any target players lose 2 life, sacrifice a creature, and add black, and I add black and draw, so... We're definitely a little light on ways to discard an Archon if we draw it, because we are trying to, like, just mill it. And we have the Bone Splinters or whatever, and the Smugglers Copters, but... Here's Wall Roots. Just gonna pass the old Turneroni. I mean, the thing is, we haven't drawn Tyvar very often, because Tyvar untapping Priest allows us to do a lot of that stuff, so... Alright, let's Thoughtseize. See what's up. They have another Endurance. It's really annoying. Sure. Graveyard goes away again. They're at 6. They have Evolution and Yawgmoth. I guess I'd rather them cast Evolution and lose something. 2 plus the mana values. They can get a Yawgmoth. Yeah, so get rid of Yawgmoth. They go to... We're at 13. They're at 6. We have an active Priest. Not a lot to do with it, unfortunately. They also have double Bowmasters against their Evolution, which is kind of cool. Alright. Let me just say go. Kind of shitty, but sure. We could, like, sack their supplier and try and mine an Archon into the graveyard, but... Play Beseju. And just say go. Alright. Untap. Foothills. 5, 6, 7. We're 1 off of just casting the Archon. I'm gonna say go. Drawing a land or spell mostly. They draw Chord. Are you serious? No. Another Endurance, sure. Crack-a-land. Bowmaster's gonna go for your face. Thanks for drawing a card. Appreciate that. Shit. I didn't turn it off fast enough. I should have sacked with the trigger of a stack. I was went too fast. Sucks. Missed a token. Here's Yawgmoth, but they're effectively at 2. So, a lot of endurances. Not much else, though. Obviously, Bowmaster's good against the Yawgmoth. They say we'll be drawing a card. In rode the Lord of a Nazgul, under the archway that no enemy had ever yet passed, and all fled before his face. I think we're good here. I mean, I'd be very surprised to lose this game. Does think that they have so many endurances against my graveyard. Today has been an endurance test. Begin a combat step. Pass the turn. Try to Dryad Armor in my deck. I don't actually. We could sack both, end step. I'm just gonna make mana on my turn, I think. So untap. And draw land. Cast it the old-fashioned way. There's the land. They are very dead. So target you. Sacrifice supplier and the army. Trigger. Mill 3. Drain for 2. Seconds yet to impress. It's not some cool stuff, but I agree we've been not doing it all the way yet. Like Bowmasters plus Tyvar plus this whatever has been pretty sweet. These are all obviously just freshly brewed. They're all just brews too. I mean, I just build these decks and we're just playing them, so it's not like these decks have been tuned or anything, you know. Kind of the whole point, 10 new brews to try out the new cards in a new format. Yeah, I mean, game 3, it's a lot of endurances, unfortunately, but gonna leave in our Rise of the Witch King and try and get it done. This hand's solid. I like this one. We have Thoughtseize, Wayfinder, Supplier. Obviously not a setup, but opponent's on 7. We have a Thoughtseize. I keep this. It's fun. Bow Seiju. Now they have the Hierarch. You know, where are my Bowmasters at, huh? Alright, so Marcia, Thoughtseizia. Yeah. Quarter Calling, Endurance, Innkeeper, Wall of Roots. Endurance is pretty annoying because you have all these mill things, but they have the chord's much worse, I think. So hit the chord, say go. Fire up a Wayfinder next turn. Just looking for some gas, you know. That goes to be in the article on CoolStuffInc.com on next Friday. Verdant Catacombs off the top. Wall of Roots. Innkeeper. They got nothing. Like, they have an endurance and a land. So, we need to find something to do, obviously, but their hand is definitely not the most exciting. Come on. Hell, killing me here. Wayfinder. Castle Lockthwaite. Oh, yeah. Give me that Castle Lockthwaite right now. That's where it's at. They play the Arbor. They gain a life. Next turn is Supplier plus Wayfinder for us. Attack for 2. Powerful. Powerful. Yo, bro. Heard you like Seder Wayfinder. Mill some cards. Give me a Delta. Bin the cards. Give me this thing. Say go. Mill some cards. No, I've not hit a Archon yet. Will they fire up the end step Endurance or will they wait? They're gonna wait. Gonna wait it out here. Our hand is freaking terrible. Drawn almost no action at all. But here comes Dryad Arbor, getting frisky in the red zone for 3. Sure. Lockthwaite is a lot worse when you just draw lands and can't play them all. That is definitely very fair. Bone Shards. Alright. I guess we can just like attack on everything, right? Could I attack last turn? I guess last turn. It's like trying to get them to play with Endurance.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Take 2. This one mills over. You get an Overgrown Tomb. I guess we could just like not put these cards in our hand, right? But that's kind of sketchy too. So, all right, play this. Just say go. I'm playing in Barcelona. Yeah. Looking for some gas, not finding any. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. It's a freaking Endurance. This is an embarrassing game. Both decks are just petering around doing nothing. Untap. Rise of the Witch King. Obviously, we have no nothing to do with it just yet, but attack with everything. Try and get this Endurance going. No? Alright. They're going to hold Endurance all the way to the end. To the bitter end. I'm going to follow you to the very depths of Mordor. I mean, we can't castle with 1,000 cards in our hands, so just play Overgrown Tomb, I guess. You're up. Hard casting Archon is definitely a possibility. We do have 8 mana, so... Mordor. Mordor. Cragaland. Try and counter with the Rise. No, they'll just cast the Endurance, like, right? Tilt. All right, so take 3. Go to 7. Bowmasters is good. We like that one. All right, so play a land. They're at 11. We're at 7. They have 1 card. It's Endurance. We're going to Bowmaster down the Dryad Arbor after they attack. And then I have a token to block with also. It's fine. Start with everything. Just keep attacking. We're about to swing the clock here. Ooh, going for the Innkeeper? No, yes, no. Alright, take 3. So we attack for 3, and they're attacking for 0 next turn. And we're adding more power to the board, too, so... Oh my god, I had the freaking auto-stop set. No! We'll block. Mega Tilt. We're on Mega Tilt, folks. Untap and draw a Thoughtseize. Fantastic. I mean, we can Thoughtseize them, force them to cast Endurance, and then Bone Shards it and like empty our hand. It's not the worst. Sure. I just want to empty my hand. Why can't you let me empty my hand? All right. Well, Castle Plan's gone now. All right. Now they cast the Endurance and I take 2. All right. I like how we could still win this game. It's like disgusting. Like I would say almost everything's gone wrong. And we could still win. So we're going to 5 off our Thoughtseize. They have no cards in hand. We play Catacombs. We Bone Shards the Endurance. We attack with our things. Lead back Supplier. They choose to not hit my graveyard? That's interesting. Wow. They hit their own graveyard. Weird. So we deal some damage. We have a blocker, and we just say go. We can mill some more cards. Draw Tyvar. Draw. We have 3, 6, 7. We have 7 mana. We can't cast Tyvar. I mean, can't cast Archon. Going to 4. The last land in the deck. No more fetchables. Bow Boy ain't bad. I guess I want to kill the Arbor before they block, sure. They have their Endurance, y'all are pretty sad, but... Just a truly embarrassing game of Magic. Just like...
Still a piece of garbage.
Just garbage all around. Alright, we'll take the win, though. Alright, so, I mean, there's some really cool stuff happening here. I think Rise of the Witch King is a pretty awesome card. And then, of course, Tyvar... Honestly, Priest plus Bowmasters was excellent. Bowmasters giving filler for Priest. Priest being able to cast the Bowmasters is awesome. Obviously, both are very good with Tyvar. We never cast Grist, really. But the Wayfinders and Copters weren't super great. Supplier was okay. Definitely a little hard to figure out exactly how much of each thing you want for Rise of the Witch King. And then you might also want to maybe board out of the graveyard stuff, try and be just a token sack deck for game 2s. But I don't know, deck's kind of cool, definitely a cool card. That's the brew. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great.